All right, it's morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. I will say this 100%. Okay, let's go to something that I think people, I mean, they'll get the ball thing that I'm talking about. I'm going to get stuck on this, I guarantee it. But here's the thing. All right. You look, sometimes you need to figure out how to, like, take care of, if you're thinking golf balls, you're right. What are we talking about? And also, what are we talking about next? I'll let you introduce that.
So first we can talk about the hair trimmers, right? So we've got a couple products to talk about. The wall sterling trimmer. So it's a beard trimmer. It's simple. My salon lady who cuts my hair recommended it because I keep a beard most of the time, but I don't let it get really big. So I keep it at a shorter level, and then it allows you to kind of keep it trimmed with the right guards. And I needed a new one because the one I had was not charging and wasn't working. She recommended this wall sterling trimmer. It's 90 bucks on Amazon, and it's solid and it works great. And she was right, and they usually know best, right? So I like to always turn to somebody who's in that profession to say, hey, what do you think? So totally recommend it. Works great, simple. It's just one thing, and it has a few guards, and it's really good. But the one that gets a lot of marketing press, we've seen it advertised a lot. It gets a lot of attention online. Is Manscaped, and that brand is really well marketed. I think it's got a good product behind it that stands by it. Sometimes it's something that's just really well marketed, but it's nothing special. And I think they actually have created good quality products. The reviews are really good, and they have some specials going on for Father's Day. So they've got a variety of products. They've got the hair trimmer, they've got the groomers for nose and ears and all those hairs that guys start getting as they get older and they don't want. And again, as you've alluded, Aaron, there's hair all over your body. So if you're needing to manage that, Manscaped kind of specializes in that. And they also have other products besides just trimmers. They have add-on stuff like different lotions and deodorants and things like that they've packaged up to make for Father's Day gifts. And it's there's some good sales. So what they're claiming is a $220 value is now priced at like $130. So when you think about all the things you get with that, it's a good deal considering, as I said, a really good just trimmer is $90. So you get a lot more with their current sale. So totally worth checking out. They even throw in some boxers into their package. So there's a lot of little fun things to make it a fun package for that guy for Father's Day.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this, okay, and I'm gonna be as G as possible, okay. This is for the guy in your life. Okay, ladies will get this, right? Okay, and ladies, you're all right talking this. For some reason, us guys, we're not all right with it, right, Joel?
Yeah, maybe you.
Because I don't like talking about it. I just don't. I'm like, why do we talk about this? I don't get it. And then when they call it certain things, it's kind of like, I don't want to say it's a gimmick, but it's kind of like, when they use like anything in there, like a reference, you're like, can you hand me that? And they're like, what is it? Never mind. I don't want to, like, you know what I mean? It's right on the label, like, and it says it like deodorant for your, and say
Yeah.
no chafing. That's probably a good word. People didn't understand that a little. Kids, you don't want to understand this, but us guys, we got to deal with we deal with the beard up top. Now we got to deal with the beard where, Jill?
Yeah, no, it's definitely marketed for that as well. And so if taking care of some of the nether regions is important, this product is specializing in that.
Now I will say I have this product. So I will say it is for that, man. That's why it's called Manscaped. It's not for your beard up top. It's for the beard down below. That's what I'm going to say, okay? That's as safe as I can say it. It's good for your man. It's safe and sound, okay? And guys, if you don't trim, you know where I'm talking about. Your lady in your life is like, really? At some point. She may not say it, but I'll say this. Sometimes guys, you go, hey, can no, they don't do that. But they wonder, because women go, oh, I get a bikini. I always wonder what's it called, a bikini? What's it called? Jess, you know what I'm talking about. What's it called, Jess?
What? I'm sorry. I just jumped into this. Wait, what?
You know when a woman in your life, she needs like a bikini. What's it called? Like, they pull out all the hair. Oh, bikini wax.
Yeah, you talk about like the Brazilian.
Are you all right with that?
Who, me? No, no one's ripping anything off me. I'm so no.
See, you don't have to rip off you. You just get this. It's called Manscaped. Then you can say, I got this, and then you rub the stuff, which is the lotion. I'm not gonna lie. One of them has like lavender and some other stuff. I'm like, dude, what is that? And then I went, and you can find it like Target and all the places, but it's like Black Label, but it actually works. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think it was gonna work, but Jess, would you use that rather than like a Brazilian, or like I mean, you do take care of that part of the region, right?
Yes, yes, yes. I would rather do that rather than have someone. I've seen people, do the just the waxing stuff on their face, and women can go through it and they'll be like, "That ain't nothing." But when you see a man do it, they'll just scream and start crying. I'm like, No, it's okay. That's not for me."
I'm just saying you got to shave but you got to keep that separate than your beard one.
There was a commercial where this guy, he was visiting his brother and he needed a trim, so he's like, "Oh, okay, I'll use this." And then his brother comes in, looks what he's using. He's like, "Bro, that's the wrong razor." He's like, "Wait, what do you mean? That's for my other beard." He's like, "Wait, what?" He was like, "Oh my God." He's like bleaching his face. He's like, "Oh my God, get it off."
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want that, right, Joel?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea to have separate products, definitely.
There you go. So that's the answer. Okay, the Wahlberg, good for your hair. The other, good for the other that you don't want the kids to know. You keep that kind of hidden. That's what I say. And then they go, "Look, no, don't use that. That's not." But it's actually good in the shower. I will say it's waterproof. I do use it in the water because I'm not gonna, guys. You know what I'm talking about. And if you have not done that, I guarantee your woman and even you will appreciate that at some point. Until it grows back, then you're like, dude, then you get the hairy, thing that women go, "You see what we have to go through? Like, seriously." And you go, "Why did I start?" But I say, if you start, at least, but you got to take care. I don't know if it's people probably, let's see, a chat person saying, "Is it monthly?" I don't know, man. Don't ask. Don't ask, guys. Guys, we don't know this. Do you know, Joel? Do you do it monthly, every
I have
year?
no
Is it a yearly thing, like
Yes,
the butt in your
everybody's
life?
different. Yeah, everybody's different. I don't know. I mean, there's guys that can grow a beard like me, and there's guys that can't grow a beard, and I think that applies to everything.
I don't want to know. Too much info. Too much info. Okay, the other one is good for the other balls in your life. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about golf. Let's transition to golf. So I blame myself. Don't get me wrong. I'm the one who put it on the
You
list.
did.
So
You did.
I can't.
You gave
I
us a hard
can't-
one to talk about,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I did. I set that up. No, so I don't know if you're a golfer, Aaron. I enjoy golf. I didn't golf as much when the kids were really little, but we're starting to do it again, and it's common to have a wicked slice, and that's definitely the problem I have if I don't do well at my drive. And there's a product called Smart Grip, and it's by Umbrella Sports. And what it is, it's simply just a little electronic kind of button-looking thing that
This
clips
is
onto
Smart
your
Grip.
glove. You do have to have
The
the
first
right kind
on the
of glove,
course,
so
off
it
the course,
attaches.
inside.
And it's battery powered, and it'll last for, they say, up to 100 rounds of golf. So that's a lot of golf without having to replace a battery. And all it does is it basically indicates that you have the correct grip so that your hand is in the right position when you line up to swing. And that is, again, there's a lot of things that can go wrong with a golf swing, but that, if your grip is wrong and you're turning your hands right out of the gate, chances are it's not going to go well when you strike the ball. So it's a really good fundamental thing to start training your grip and getting your hands right, so you minimize those little errors that can turn into big problems out on the course. So I don't have this product. I think it's kind of a cool idea. It's $100. Golf stuff in general is outrageously expensive right now, in my opinion. So $100 gadget is actually surprisingly, I don't want to say affordable because it's expensive, but as a gift, when it comes to things like this, it's a cool thing. And I think any golfer who's maybe trying to fix some things and really enjoys it and is taking it seriously might really enjoy this. It's actually also approved for tournament play. It's not one of those gadgets that's like, okay, you're cheating, this isn't fair, you can't use that when you're if you're trying to get into an official capacity. But most of us golfers, it doesn't matter anyway. We're just going out with our friends, trying to have a nice day, or getting out and enjoying the weather and the course, and practicing a game that you'll probably never be an expert at, but it's still fun.
Well, and it's a lot just to play, so you might as well get the most out of like what you're doing. And I'd say it is a good trainer. And looking at it right now, it's very simple, it's very sleek. There's a lot of uses for this gadget. I think it's all good for sports and even some other things. Smart grip smarter, hit straighter. I think if anything, like you can use it for like I said, I misspoke obviously, but you can use it for other wherever you need a swing type thing. But I'm thinking like baseball would be cool. I don't know about football. I'm pretty sure football is pretty good to go, but like baseball is good on swing, on like where's it at? And I think it'd be cool if they combined it with the actual like the okay, like I'm looking at like some of the video, right? I looked at it and I said, okay, it'd be cool if like the golf are people really okay, I know people love golf. I'm not gonna lie, I've never golfed. I want to golf, all right? But I don't know if I want to be addicted to it because it is an expensive sport, right?
It is. And so my wife and I actually met golfing through some friends, which is kind of a fun background. But then, like I said, we didn't golf much when the kids were babies just because it's not a priority. But we're really getting back into it because the kids are kind of interested in it, and they both have come out with us. And my wife is due for new clubs right now. She's way overdue, honestly. And so we really want to get her into some new clubs. And the equipment has skyrocketed in terms of price for golf clubs. So most people are looking at, used clubs or last year's model and trying to find a way into good clubs that aren't thousands of dollars. It's outrageous. So when you can find a gadget like this that might fix some problems you have and make the most of it, as you said, you're going out there to have a nice time. And so anything that can just make that a little more fun, I think is a good idea. It's supposed to be leisurely, it's supposed to be fun, but it isn't cheap. It's an expensive sport to get into. I have a friend who's borrowing my clubs this weekend. I don't think he golfs regularly, obviously, but he wants to get out. Like, absolutely, borrow my clubs, don't even bother renting. Look for a friend if you're looking to get into it, and people are happy to usually help you out and see if it's something you really want to dig into.
I'm glad you said that. That's actually really smart. I like that. Okay, so there's the advice. If you're getting into it, find a friend and then say, "Hey, do you mind?" And they say no. And because how much are clubs right now?
Oh, I mean, I don't. All I know is I need to replace a fairway like hybrid club, and those can be hundreds of dollars just for one club, for sure.
Got it. Okay.
So when you talk about having 8 clubs in your bag, you do the math. It gets outrageous.
You're in the thousands.
Yeah, definitely. It can definitely be that. And drivers can be, again, outrageous just on their own. So usually, like, it used to feel like, oh, you can get a putter for pretty cheap. Now putters are expensive. I mean, it's a putter. Like, I'm sorry, like, yes, a perfectionist would probably criticize me for this, but really, how different can a putter be from one to the other? Like, you're tapping the ball. Like, get used to one and just use it. So
it's a special material. It's a meteorite, man. Like,
yeah,
it adds air to it.
Yeah. It's like, how many different ways can you mold this thing and put a little surface on it that lines you up, whatever. So it is a little outrageous, and I love playing, but it gets out of hand. So look for used, borrow, whatever, and you don't need to have the latest greatest to go have fun. Just get some decent clubs that aren't beat up, and you'll be fine.
I love that you two met. Okay, so I'm gonna take a step back real quick. Okay. And I'm not saying I don't love golf. I when I was young, I had a hard time watching because I'm like, this is so boring. But then as I got older, and we have like a lot of women over here that actually learn, and they call it, I forget what they call it, but they call it like, I don't know, it's something, and they teach each other, right? And then I had a young kid at the time. He was like 15, 16. He was like 16, 17, 18, right? And he learned, and so I saw him play, and I go, dude, like that is the big thing that you're going to want to do long term, because something happened when he did like another sport. It was basketball, and he didn't get accepted. I said, no, you don't get it, man. Like, because I knew, like, dude, basketball's not your calling, right? He played baseball. played baseball as a young kid in league tournament, and he was like good, but he hurt his shoulder, and a lot of kids he said like hurt themselves. One of them might go pro. He's that good, but he learned golf, and he was really good in the team, and including the teacher was really like all about like camaraderie and like as a team you go in, and I thought that was interesting. I've never seen that before, and then it really helped him. And I said, look, long term, this is a sport for honestly CEOs, executives, networking, even if you're in sales, you want to be among the top dogs which play golf. And I say that's where it's at. That's where the money's at. And I say, so evidently you met your lady and then you got the kids. So now, you know, at least you get to have fun together. But I say learn that for like, and then you'll have it forever. You know what I mean? And then, because I'll say this, I did go to like a tournament and they did raise some funds for like, I think it was something. I can't remember what it was. Oh, that's right. It was a chamber. And then they were raising money for like another nonprofit, a couple of nonprofits. And they raised a lot of money. And these corporations pay a lot of money just to play and then get like something at the end. And I go, okay, I get it. And then they had like a fundraiser. It was cool. It was fun. Not gonna lie. It was like in Irvine, you know, the OC is what they would say. A lot of people go, you go OC? I go, yeah. But I didn't know how to play. So I was kind of like, shoot. So I would actually like this particular sensor thing for something like that. I'd be like, all right, got it. You know, because somebody showed me how to hold the, like, and I go, dude, I don't want to hold it that way because you got to put, like, I think it's your, I forget what it is, but my fingers just don't do that. So I'm like, there's got to be a different way. And he plays all the time. I'm like, dude, you got a lot of money. He's like, no, I don't have any money right now because now he lives like in a mobile home, right? And I'm like, dude, like what's going on there? But his friends play and his family plays too. So they're big, you know, enthusiasts. But that's when they had money. So I don't know what's going on there. But the point is like, have fun, and then if someone takes you, appreciate it because that's expensive just to go, right?
It is. And, you know, you're absolutely right that golf is an excellent networking activity. And it's been that way for a long, long time. And, you know, in college, I took a golf class at the end of my undergrad with the intention that, you know, we were basically taught in business school, like, hey, you know, get comfortable with golf because that's where a lot of networking and business conversations will happen over time. And when you're 22 years old, you're like, okay, I mean, if you're not already into it, some kids already were, I wasn't. You're like, okay, I guess I need to figure this out. And it's not an easy game right out of the way when you first start. So I really didn't play after that until I had a boss who kind of took me under his wing and was like, hey, yeah, let's just go out to the cheap course and we'll just hit 9 once in a while and I'll try to help you. And so he was mentoring me both in my career as well as doing that, which was great. And so that got me more into it. He helped me buy some secondhand clubs, and I started playing a lot more. And it did work out that what happens is if you just get good enough to know you can go out there and hit the ball, and you're going to be an average golfer at best. At least when that tournament comes, that benefit, like you mentioned, there's a lot of, you know, benefit tournaments, or if your professional associations put on a tournament, you can join and say, yeah, I'll join your group and we'll go golf, and you can just hang. It gets you in the mix to be around your colleagues or others, and open conversations happen there, and you get to know each other differently. It's a nice social thing. And it does affect business because you can relationship build while you're, you know, playing kind of this silly game. So getting just good enough to hang is, I think, a good idea for anybody looking for a professional career.
And I mean, your kids can thank you and thank your mentor too, because they can be like, dude, we would not have been here without you and Mom meeting on the golf. Like, seriously, what was that moment like when you saw it? Was it her seeing you and her going, I could do a better swing, or was she like looking at you because you got those eyes, and I know she gets right. I know she does. She's that woman. All right, right. Did you notice her? Did she notice you? What happened?
I think it was pretty mutual. It's funny. It was not a setup for us at all. It just happened to have mutual friends, and I got called by a buddy to come golf a really nice course that I hadn't gotten to golf yet. And he said, hey, you know, we need a fourth for this group. He was golfing with his girlfriend. I said, yeah, I didn't even know who he was golfing with, and showed up, and then we just, you know, hit it off. 18 holes golfing around each other and getting to know each other, and then that was kind of the beginning of the end, where we just kind of started dating, and that was it.
The beginning of the beginning. There is no ant. All right, Joel. I'll let you go. We've talked about some weird things here on the show, but thank you for making it fun, and thank you for making it great, and thank you for making it amazing, and keep it good. And whatever you do this week, remember your family is always there for you. All right, so keep in the positive mode and keep strong. Okay.
Yep. Thanks, Aaron.